In a quiet horse stable, a girl takes care of her beloved horses. But trouble comes when some people disturb her peace. When she confronts them, something surprising happens, leaving everyone shocked and wondering what will happen next. Hey everyone! Welcome to the Wild Earth Stories, where we share unbelievable animal stories. We explore the unpredictable bonds that go beyond imagination. If you're an animal lover, don't wait any longer. Subscribe now because this channel is a paradise for you. The story begins with a girl named Sandra. She lives in her dad's stable with horses. Since she was little, Sandra loved being around these big animals. When her dad died, Sandra took care of the horses. She enjoys it a lot. Sweeping and smelling hay makes her feel happy and calm. Every day she spends time with the horses, feeling happy when she hears their hooves and soft sounds they make. The stable is like her safe place, where she forgets about everything else and only focuses on her bond with the horses. Despite the hard work she does, Sandra feels thankful for being able to spend time with the beautiful horses. However, in the peaceful stables, there's a problem. The boys. They're a group of noisy teenagers who work in the neighborhood stable. They don't understand why she loves the horses so much and make fun of her for it. They think Sandra is strange because she prefers being with the horses instead of hanging out with them like other girls do. Their teasing and making fun of Sandra hurt her feelings, but she stays strong and doesn't let it get her down. Sometimes, though, their mean words really get to her, and she feels like standing up for herself and showing them she won't be pushed around. But one day, Sandra is really tired because the boys keep making fun of her every day. She's had enough. With anger boiling inside her, she heads to the stables with a determined look on her face. She knows the boys will show up, just like always, and start teasing her again, making the peaceful farm feel chaotic. Sure enough, the boys come, laughing and mocking her as usual. But today, Sandra decides she won't stay quiet. She stands tall, looking them straight in the eye, her heart pounding with nerves. In a strong voice, Sandra tells them she's had it. She says she's just as good as them and calls them cowards for always picking on her. Her words hit them hard, and for once, they're left speechless. But Sandra's victory doesn't last long. The stables feel tense all day, reminding everyone of the showdown that happened earlier. Sandra knows the boys won't let her stand up to them without getting payback. And sure enough, when evening comes, the boys strike back. They come up with a plan to get back at Sandra. She's busy with a friendly horse, not suspecting a thing as the boys set their plan in motion. Sandra has no idea what's going to happen to her that will change her life. As Sandra takes care of the horses, giving them comfort and food, she gets caught up in a playful trick played by one of the boys. He pretends that a horse is sick, asking Sandra for help. Sandra believes him and goes into the pen where Dusty, a wild horse, stays. Even though she's annoyed with the boys, Sandra's love for horses makes her keep going. When she steps into Dusty's area, there's a sense of excitement in the air. But what's waiting for her isn't just a job. It's an unexpected adventure. As soon as Sandra enters, everyone bursts into laughter, mixing with her nervousness. But in the midst of the fun, something amazing happens. Dusty stands tall and proud, challenging Sandra to see the wild animal inside him. However, Sandra feels scared and unsure. She remembers times when she's seen Dusty acting wild before. She thinks about Peter, another stable boy, who got hurt because he didn't realize how wild Dusty could be. With strong determination, which comes from feeling desperate, Sandra doesn't allow herself to panic. She recalls what she knows about how horses act and tries to stay calm, not wanting to scare Dusty. She hopes he won't be afraid of her. To her surprise, Dusty seems interested in Sandra and doesn't act aggressively. He becomes calmer as she comes closer and puts her hand out. Sandra takes careful steps toward him and gently touches his head, speaking quietly to him, trying to make friends. Much to the boy's surprise, Dusty lets Sandra come close to him, and he doesn't act tough like he usually does. Sandra bravely climbs onto Dusty's back, feeling how strong and graceful he is. From that day forward, everyone in the stables treats Sandra with more respect because they can see how well she gets along with the horses. Even though they remember the prank, It shows how determined Sandra is to defend herself and the animals she cares about. That's all for today. Now, it's your turn to share your thoughts about this story. What's the next story you'd like to know? Let us know in the comments section below. Be sure to subscribe so you won't miss any of these amazing videos on the wild earth.